What's up, everybody? Global Karen here. We are going to be doing a reaction to Grizzlies on MCU Shill's Defending the Echo series. I'm going to say this before the video starts. I never seen the original Daredevil series for Netflix. Never seen it. I heard it was really good. I know a lot of people like Daredevil. I know a lot of people like Kingpin. But this show I didn't watch. I don't really watch a lot of the MCU. uh, that's the MCU. I didn't watch all the Marvel TV shows. Cause I'm not interested in it. Way too fucking long. The only MCU show I watched was fucking She-Hulk, and She-Hulk was terrible. Then now we going to this show. I haven't seen it. Saw the trailers. I heard what's going to happen and everything else. I don't like it. I don't like the main character Echo. I don't really like her backstory. Her backstory make no sense. I don't really like her powers, and I heard her powers in the comics are a lot better than this one. I don't know why they decided to do this Native American thing with her with the powers, even though it made more sense in the comics for her just to mimic people's movements. Then to doing this, almost she should have the same powers as Taskmaster, but they decided because it was boring, even though it made sense for her as a character, because like she she couldn't hear, but she can see people's movements. But in this one, it made no sense for her to have these random superpowers, and the superpowers made no sense. To Daredevil, he barely was in the show. I already seen what they did with him in She-Hulk, and they shit on him in She-Hulk. Kingpin, I heard what they did with Kingpin here in Hawkeye. They already, people didn't even like Hawkeye because what they did with him and Kingpin. Then you got this show, they made it way worse for Kingpin. They said they want to make him a Thanos level villain. I'm like, how? And he lost. I'm like, how? How are you supposed to be level Thanos street level villain and he's losing? He lost against the same person. He lost against Echo. He got shot by Echo in the eye and lost against her again. And they made him a bitch because what they supposed to do with him is that okay, she shot him in the eye and now he wants revenge on her, and so he going after the family. But the problem is with what the show was doing is that Kingpin wants to bring her back and put her back in the fold, and it makes no sense for his character to do that, especially from the comics and stuff. But this is Disney Marvel in the MCU, so they fucked this character all the way. And now I heard in the end the episode and the whole series that they plan on making Kingpin go to New York and be a mayor. It would have made sense if you kept this character intact, but I think his character's still gonna be not all intact, but at least be like if people want to go back and watch that he may be a good character. But right now in Echo and stuff, he's just not a good villain, not the greatest villain and stuff, because like he lost, and MCU had to make a character like him because he's a white guy, white straight guy, looks so weak. Even though he got super strength and stuff. I don't know how they do Kingpin's powers in this one, because like it looks like he had no powers at all. Because in the comics he got super strength and stuff, but in this one he doesn't have that. So I don't know what to say, but let's get into the video and let's hear what these people have to say. I get people like this show. I'm not mad at them for liking it, but we going after the people that are trying to defend this show. Yeah, now let's get into this video.
I'm a big Marvel shill, so I really enjoyed Echo. I'm a big Marvel shill. I'm a big Marvel shill.
At least he admits. At least he admit that he's a shill.
I'm a big Marvel shill.
It's time for a queen.
Everybody, just follow
This is her story, her deal, what she's dealing with.
I loved seeing female criminals who are not apologetic for it.
But that doesn't make for a good protagonist, because at no point in this show does Maya Echo redeem herself.
Yeah, what I have a problem with this character, not the actress, is that she's like Captain Marvel bland. She does not change her facial expressions. You can't feel no emotion to her. She's just the same characters that we see all the time. This strong female character. No, strong, what do you call those people? Almost like Ray. I forgot it come out of my mind. But her character's so bland. Even with the sign language and stuff, it doesn't work. It doesn't work out too, because Disney trying to have their cake and eat it as well. They want to show her sign language, but without the caption. People just talking because like she can talk. Because Echo can talk when people. She can read people's mouths. Let's just say that they're trying to do that. Then her doing sign language with the captions, but it doesn't make sense. You just pick one or the other. Why you just pick one or the other? Oh, they're trying to do the same thing in the comics, but it doesn't work out here because it's I don't know what to say, because it just doesn't work out. Let's just say that. I've seen movies where you got characters that do sign language, but they mostly don't talk in their mouths. They mostly don't talk it with their mouths, not all the time. Because you do got characters that are deaf, but they can talk with their mouths because they can read people's mouths. Then you got other characters that don't talk with their mouths, but do sign language, but they at least put subtitles in the screen for y'all, for people. But in this show, they try to do both, and it just doesn't work out, because now you don't know what the fuck is going on.
Or her past crimes. She is all up.
No, she's a Mary Sue. She's a strong Mary Sue, and nobody likes that. Then her character is so representation bullshit as well. I do not hate Native American people. I actually like characters that are Native Americans, like fucking Nightcrawler, and characters from people know that Chuck Norris TV show, the Texas Ranger, and Chuck Norris. It was supposed to be like a white, how white have Native American. I actually liked his dad, because he was not that his uncle, because he was a cool character. It's like, I like Native American characters. I just do not like how they try and do what they try to do here, because it's stupid.
About herself.
You know, this mortician, Echo, when she says it's time for a queen, I was like, it is time for a queen.
These people.
It's Grace. Let's be honest, this is Grace. She's just going to say dumb stuff. So let's get back into it.
These MCU feminist shills,
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about story.
They really don't. They do not care about story. They just care about their representation and shit. That's all they care about. Even though the story and the writing doesn't make sense.
All they care about is strong women and representation. They see that, they literally turn into cheerleaders.
Oh my God.
There we go. Oh, they're there.
Oh, I don't know if Wilson can see him, but he can probably feel the presence of these women.
Yeah, Soy number 1 said it. Wilson Fisk, former badass character, is
And they just made him
shaking
so
in
weak.
his boots at the sight of these strong fucking women.
You know, when she stood shoulder to shoulder with those same ancestors, dude, that gave me chills. I absolutely loved that. Stuff like that.
I saw the backstories of these characters, pretty dumb. I would say that too.
Like gooey, lovey, heart shit. I love that stuff.
Wait a minute, wasn't this show advertised as a violent, dark, for mature audiences?
Even though this whole TVMA is trying to be dark, it wasn't dark. It was just the same the same Marvel stuff we see all the time. It wasn't dark and gritty. So they lied to the audience. That's one thing, and these people don't really fight back on it. They didn't even fight back. They accepted it, and I know some normies accepted it as well. I didn't, cause like they just lied to you. They just lied to you. So oh, it's just gonna be a dark and gritty show, even though it wasn't.
Only show? What the fuck is this?
Gooey, lovey, heart shit.
And why are you okay with it? This was not a TVMA rated show.
Yeah.
And why are you not upset at the falsely advertised clickbait shit show that this was? God, gooey, lovey, heart shit. Just for that, I'm kicking you out of this video. Bye. See you later.
Goodbye, faggot.
Oh, and for those of you tuning in expecting to hear a John...
Not this guy. This dude is so soy, so soy.
Roca
And the people he's around are so soy.
strong whammon rant, you won't be disappointed. Here you go.
So I thought if they had just pushed the Kingpin stuff aside and made it about a woman who is trying to find her voice in the world.
Get rid of the Kingpin stuff.
That people can't. The only reason why people can't watch this show, not because of Echo, people can't watch the show for Kingpin and Daredevil. And Daredevil was barely in the show. I think he was in that one fight scene, and that's it. And I don't know how many episodes that Fix was in. I think barely in the show as well. But he was in the show a lot longer than Daredevil. The difference between is that they legit shit on his character. That's the difference. They already a little bit shit on Daredevil's character in She-Hulk. Now they're doing it with Kingpin.
Which, by the way, most people are tuning in for. And focus on the women. That is his only complaint about this show.
Reconnecting with the women, female ancestors of her past, so she can move away from the grooming of the male negative influences in her life.
Negative influence. Oh, you so soy, John, and the people around y'all, cause I know they agree with it. I heard the dude in your right say some stupid shit. He's so soy as well. Dang, these guys are just jerking off to feminist shit, and I do not like it. It is so dumb. I get like liking strong female characters. I like some strong female characters too, but it's a difference between liking ones that are good, have great writing, and actually good character development, than characters that barely had character development and so bland. They like the blandest, not good writing, not great characters. It's so stupid.
The male negative influences, where else besides people like this would you hear that terminology from?
Yeah.
I think that would have been a much more powerful story.
And by the way, the only reason Kingpin was even in this show was so he could lie down and take the L to Echo, which is the only value a character like Kingpin has in the MCU. Moving on.
It was barely a fight. She just did that and beat him. That's so stupid. It's representation on a whole new level. Yeah.
But I loved the Native American stuff. That all really, really worked for me.
What Black Panther was for me, this show is for other people, and it's just as important.
She's badass, and she's also deaf.
She's retarded.
Watching things on the screen, it was always a white guy who played this superhero. So we need more people of color to be in the MCU. And
I did not know this actress say this. Oh God, even I can't defend her for this. And then I not know she said this. Oh God, I feel like you want to be represented, but then it's like saying bullshit like this is so stupid. I'm black, and I don't really care being represented a lot. Because like, I already know what you're trying to do. You're trying to force things to people that don't really like this stuff. They don't like, I'm not saying they don't like black characters, it's just that you just pushing stuff like representation and people got tired of it now.
it's amazing that it's changing. And I can't wait for the future to be more inclusive.
I'm not happy for the future. The future gonna be sucking so hard.
Very retarded.
I said at the very top of this whole thing that this was representation on a whole new level, but the number of different communities who are seeing themselves represented in this show is really
Like,
empowering.
it's a lot. They act like she's like the first Native American character in the whole series, in all of television. She's not. It's a lot of Native American characters and a lot of stories and movies and video games. She's not the first, and she's the worst one out of them all. And so I think I think her counterpart is way better, and her counterpart in the comics is way better than this. Even though I ain't read the comics, this one is so dumb how they trying to make this into, oh yeah, she's the first Native American character that a lot of people gonna like. No, she's just boring, bland.
Boring. Just
Nobody gives a fuck. And Disney Marvel doesn't give a fuck either. The
Yes.
only reason they do this is because they think it makes them look good.
Yeah,
She's a real world superhero.
why they see this, but they not saying anything about it. The only reason why they keep pushing this stuff is because, one, I think, let's be honest, they don't really have no choice because like the ESG scores, and two, it's just make themselves look good because Disney been. If you look at Disney backstory and look at all their shit, not all their shit, most of their shit is pretty fucking bad, and they try to make themselves look good for the public. Because let's be honest, Disney was super fucking racist back in the day. People remember Peter Pan with the Native American stuff right there, and they just going to let that slide. Well, a lot of people let it slide, but a lot of people knew that it was bad for how they treated Native American people.
yes.
Sign language, prosthetic leg, member of a
Correct.
marginalized community. Like,
Yes.
she's already a superhero.
Yes, we get it. She checks off all the pandering boxes.
Yeah,
Giving them
which
a
is
literal
amazing, and I mean that's actually inspiring in the cheesiest, sort of most on the nose sense of the word. That is really
That's
inspiring.
on the nose.
Jesus Christ.
That diversity and how important that is in media and that attention, because again, I grew up with only the yellow Power Ranger in the 1995 Power Ranger movie.
You grew up with only the yellow Power Ranger in the 1995 Power Ranger movie.
Even though it's a lot more black characters around that time, 2000s, 2010s, what the fuck are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? It's a lot of black female characters in media at that time. What are you talking about?
Movie. Interesting because I grew up with that movie as well. And the difference between you and
I grew up with that movie too. I grew up with the new Power Ranger movie that wasn't that good, and I grew up with the other two Power Ranger movies with Ivan Ooze and the other one. I grew up with both those movies.
is that I grew up with the Power Rangers.
Yes.
All of them.
Well,
Not
she didn't even talk about the black guy from the first Power Rangers. But she mostly talked about the black female character. But even though we have black male Power Ranger guy, who was one of the first guys in Power Rangers, so that's kind of dumb.
just the one that looks like me.
At the end of the 5 episodes, when Marvel Studios put up that thing that said, we would like to thank the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma for I was like, that's the
That's
best
it.
thing about
That
this
is
show.
it.
No, they just pandering to these people. No, they just pandering and y'all just sucking it off. What are you three talking about?
It makes me love the show.
This right here, the best thing about the entire show, according to Soy number 1.
Yeah.
I'm a big Marvel shill.
Not the story, not the
Yeah,
characters,
they
not
just know the story and everything else, and know the characters and stuff. They just want to see representation. It's just forcing it in your face, and that's it. Don't care about the story and the characters, even though it makes no sense. It's bad. Just look at Echo as this representation, native, deaf, and amputee. Like, come on now.
the accuracy to the comics.
She's not even accurate to the comics. She doesn't really have the hand in her face. I don't know where she got the face her hand from, but she's not her character in the comics.
Representation and inclusivity
So
is
let's be honest, a lot of people gonna be thinking that this is what her powers are, because that's what I thought too. But then Endymion, I watched his videos. Endymion told me what happened, what her actual character is in the comics. I'm like, that one made more sense. Her powers and abilities and story makes more sense than this one. Even though in the comics she is deaf in the comics, but at least it didn't force it upon your face than they did here.
Most important thing to Disney Marvel right now, and people still wonder why the MCU is struggling to stay relevant.
It wasn't that good. He barely was in the fight choreography was shit. I seen the fight scene wasn't good. It was pretty shit. Okay, you could tell they not really hitting each other at all. It was so bad. Then some of the stuff they were doing was stupid.
I mean, they had to still have the Daredevil cameo.
No, he didn't, Roka. We all know why he was there.
Yeah.
And why would Disney put a cameo?
The same thing with Fix. We already know why they put these two in here. Just to get, because people are not going to watch the show for Echo. They only going to watch the show for Fix and Daredevil.
Character in the trailer for
same
any.
Same thing with She-Hulk. Most people didn't want to go watch She-Hulk. It was the fact that Daredevil was going to be in the show. And then they said it'll be more cameos.
Reason other than click.
The problem with Marvel now is that it's just way too many cameos. Because they know that most of their stuff is so bad that they need to add like cameos to everything. And I'm just tired of it now. Because everything's cameos. Because they know sometimes that shit's not good.
But I really love the flippy flip still. I love bringing that element to the character from the comics to the MCU. I thought that was missing from the Netflix version of the character.
What? Wait a minute. What? I never seen the TV show. And what is Grace talking about? A lot of people like the Daredevil stuff. He was acrobat anyway. What are you talking about, Grace? Grace, everyone knows that you didn't read the comics. Okay, you read the comics, you would hate this show, but you don't.
The fight scene was great. It makes sense that he would have shown up.
Because, yeah, the fight sequence was great.
And some of these shots are just pure perfection. I mean,
they were pure shit.
It's a comic book panel come to life.
Perfect is definitely not the word I would use. I mean,
because look at this. It's not a good fight scene. Because even I think some people say, like, you could tell she was blown up. She could not do none of this stuff.
Look at this shitty choreography.
So what kind of shitting on the Daredevil and Echo? They couldn't even hit each other. And people like that. I'm like, no, it was pretty bad.
Fight scene that was going around on social media, and there's a lot more to it. I think overall it is great.
Well, are you retarded? I mean, I thought that fight scene was great. I was reading some critique online. It's like, oh, you can see they're telegraphing the punches, and you can see they're missing. It's like, yeah, like that happens.
It happens, huh? Well, it didn't seem to.
It happens. No, it's supposed to be bad because it's bad choreography. It's bad fighting in a movie, especially in Marvel shit. It's supposed to be looking a lot better than that. But y'all just want the bare fucking minimum.
Happen as much in the Netflix Daredevil series. Dumbass.
Yeah. Oh, you can see they're telegraphing the punches, and you can see they're missing. It's like, yeah, like that happens.
Wait till you watch pro wrestling, guys.
Roka, you are.
No, fuck off. Listen, I'm a guy who grew up with wrestling. Grew up with wrestling stuff, and I tried to get into doing wrestling too. I actually did wrestling once, and that was like it was a month wrestling, but I actually did it. Now I should go back doing wrestling this year, but I don't know when. But come on now, that's the excuse. Oh, look at pro wrestling. Like, get the fuck out of here, John. It's like the difference is that it's wrestling, and y'all doing a fucking TV show and movie that costs so much fucking money, you moron. Didn't you see movies though? You seen the Daredevil show that did that choreography a lot better, and you don't really see them missing anything else. You actually see them actually hitting each other without seeing them miss punches and shit. What are you talking about, John? John always been soy. He always been a fucking retard. Like, come on now.
A fucking tard. Professional wrestling is completely different.
Yes.
Professional wrestling is done in front of a live audience.
It's a live audience. Yes, it's working predetermined, but it's wrestling, you moron. It's a live show. A movie and TV show is not live. They had to edit. They had to be doing this for years to get everything right so they can put it on the mainstream in the movie theaters. That fight scene was shit because, like, you can tell they had to change a lot of shit in it.
And it has to be done in one take. Filming a fight scene for a
TV show, you can do like one. You had to do multiple takes. Wrestling is one take. This fight scene should have been done a lot better, and they should be doing this a lot. This fight scene, like, they only did like 2-3 takes. That's it. Instead of doing like 10-15.
TV show can be done in multiple takes and multiple attempts. The problem is that the creators of this show are lazy, untalented amateurs.
Yes.
Stop defending garbage.
It was good. It was great. They always say that. They say this to every Marvel. They say this to every Marvel stuff. I think except for like the Marvels, because they know that if they say, oh, the Marvels was good, they know they would be lying, so they had to say, oh, it was fun. This show was not great. It was not good. They say this to a lot of the Marvel stuff, except for like 2 or 3, but things that they only say that stuff, but they still say they were good because it was fun. But in this show and stuff, they always say, oh, it was good, it was great. No, it wasn't. I could tell that, yeah, it was complete utter shit. Well, it was better than. I knew they're gonna do this. I knew they're gonna do this. It's like, oh, it was good. It was great. But at least it was better than Secret Invasion. Even though this show it wasn't worse than Secret Invasion and She-Hulk level, but it was still not a good show too. It was still not a great show. It was still bad as well.
Well, Winston, what do you think of the show overall? Sam?
You hit it. It's fine.
The worst I could say is that, like, at times it's mid.
As a binge, it's great.
I loved Echo.
This started strong and it continued strong, and if anything, it only got stronger.
You guys are fucking retarded, you know that?
Thankfully, what I can say with Echo is that it is in that camp that Marvel is back.
Would you please stop saying that?
I would not be shocked if Disney is actually telling these people to go out and use that line. I mean, for God's sakes, this dude admits to having Disney access.
Every single time one of those would come out, this is before I had any access, before I think I was even doing reviews.
It just begs the question, would you be this big of a shill if you did not have Disney access?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Compared to like some of the other shows, it's way better than I guess Secret Invasion.
I liked it. I liked it much more than Secret Invasion for sure.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
So I guess
Wait a minute. They were jerking off Secret Invasion. Most of these people were jerking it off. They were jerking off Secret Invasion, but they said, oh, it's better than Secret Invasion. Okay, now we know that y'all are complete utter liars.
Invasion is now the one the shills feel comfortable throwing under the bus.
Yes, and back then, they were jerking it off so hard. They liked some of that stuff, but now they like, yeah, it was better than Secret Invasion. I'm like, it's like y'all complete utter liars. Just admit that the show was shit.
In order to elevate other Disney Plus shows.
I'm going to give Echo a B.
Amid nods to vintage westerns and premium crime dramas, Alaqua Cox delivers a culturally authentic and captivating anti-hero worth rooting for.
They will put this in 8.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out some of the other MCU content.
But I hope y'all enjoy the video. Like and subscribe to Grizzy. He make really good videos. What they said about Ant-Man. Ant-Man was shit. I seen that movie. I seen Ant-Man. That Ant-Man was not a good movie. It was shit. Then I like how to. I may do a reaction video on that. But I'm gonna end this not stream, in this video. Like I said, subscribe to Grizzy, makes a lot of good content. I will see you guys later, and goodbye.